Now, I think we can all agree that 2022 was probably one of the worst years for crypto. There was just so much that happened in this one year, and because of that, we saw prices fall like crazy across the board. And also, with everything that happened with FTX, it just made things even worse. And there's just so much a person can take before they call it quits. Now, yes, you can look at it like nothing is going well for crypto, everything is down 70-80%, if not more, or you can look at it like everything is on a huge sale and you can buy things for very, very cheap. For example, let's say Louis Vuitton or Gucci was having a big sale. People would run to buy those items, but when it comes to crypto or any other investments and there's a sale like we're having right now, people become hesitant and say, oh, wait, is this the right time to buy? And I say this all the time, but the ones that can stay strong and continue to dollar cost average into this market that we're in right now will become rich. But in order to do that, you need to know which cryptos to buy. So luckily for you guys, I found 3 that I think are really good picks for this upcoming month in January 2023. But before I get into it, as always, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe if you guys haven't already. I make videos all about crypto and how you can become rich with it. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, the first coin is going to be XDC Network. Now, to understand why this coin is going to be very big, there are 2 things you need to know. The first thing is, as we all know, the first generation of blockchain technology mainly focused on the financial system to transform it into a decentralized platform. And then we had the second generation of blockchains like Ethereum. Now, these blockchains added an additional layer of terms and conditions in the form of smart contracts. And now, finally, we have the third generation of blockchains, which deals with the issues of scalability, speed, and interoperability. And one of the most talked about in the third generation blockchains is XDC Network. Now, XDC Network focuses on international trade and finance, basically fixing all the loopholes when it comes to international money. Now, this helps financial industries by providing them with instant and real-time settlement for payments via smart contracts. Now, that was just one of the main reasons why I like this coin. The other has to do with something called ISO 20022. This is also one of the main reasons why I think this coin will do really well. ISO 20022 is a new protocol planned to be adopted worldwide by all the major financial industries. This new protocol would pretty much replace the SWIFT payment system, which has been around for over 50 years. This new ISO protocol will form the backbone of the new financial system, which will be a new international financial payment system for global banking and will support payments around the whole world. Now, major banks have already committed to this ISO 20022 chains, and it said by 2025 this will be the universal standard for high or large value payment systems of all reserve currencies. And it's set to handle 87% of all global transactions by, like I said, 2025, and it's also going to be used by all the major central banks. Now, it's not just XDC Network that is an ISO 20022 eligible coin. There are a couple other ones like HBAR, Stellar, Ripple, and plenty more. All right, if we look at the price action for XDC Network, currently the price is around 0.02 cents, 2 pennies, down 5% on the week, down 1% today. Market cap of 320 million. The volume isn't exactly where I like it to be. It's only 2.6 million. I prefer my volume a lot higher than that. All right, if we head over to the chart, I just want to look at the all-time high of this real quick. If we head over to the daily, I think the all-time high this coin was all the way up to 20 cents. Now it's trading at around 0.02 cents, which is down significantly, but that's the case with any other coin. And again, I'm using the Lux Algo trading indicator, where it pretty much just tells me when to buy and sell. I've talked about them plenty of times in previous videos, but let's just head over here to the 3-hour chart. Again, this indicator, like I said, it tells me when to buy and sell. I've used it all the time. You can check out my previous videos that I've made about them. I usually use this only when I trade, but it's a little difficult because, as I mentioned earlier, this coin doesn't have much volume, so it doesn't move as much. So right now, I'm just gonna wait to see how this price does. I still think 0.02 cents is a really good price point to get into it, because if we head over here, like I said, the all-time high went all the way up to, what is this, 0.19 cents. And also with the ISO 20022 protocol that's coming into effect, I think XDC Network has a solid potential to grow. If we head over here, these are all the coins that are eligible for, or that are compliant for ISO 20022 at the time of this recording. Remember, everything's always constantly changing, but I really think XDC Network has the potential. And I think it was November 2022 that this was supposed to launch, ISO 20022, but ended up getting pushed back to next year, I think March 2023. So I feel like this is priced into the price of XDC, but when we look at the price, it doesn't even look like it. So I really think this is a steal. And again, I just just want to mention, for those of you guys that are into trading or want to take on trading, Lux Algo is a great indicator you guys can use. It just pretty much just hops onto your trading view chart over here, and you have all these settings you guys can mess with. I made plenty of videos about them. Like I said, you guys can check them out. But for those of you guys that are into trading or want to learn how to trade, this is an awesome addition. And if you guys want, I'll put the link to where you can attach this to your trading view chart down in the description box below. All right, coming in at number 2, we have Aptos, or APT. Now, this coin is a bit newer, being released just a few months ago, but I think this coin will be very big in the future. Let me explain. Now, Aptos competes directly with Solana, and many people actually call it the Solana killer, which is kind of ironic because Solana was created to compete against Ethereum, so I guess you can say it's an Ethereum killer as well. Nonetheless, the reason why people say that is because Solana can do about 6,500 transactions per second. Aptos, on the other hand, can do about 165,000 transactions per second, which is insane. Now, although this coin was only launched back a couple months ago, it has actually been in the works for over 4 years now behind closed doors. Now, Aptos' story actually starts back in 2019 when Facebook, or Meta, tried a shot at creating its own blockchain. Now, I'm sure many of you guys remember they called it Libra, and then later the project was renamed to Diem, but regardless, the whole project ended up failing. However, 2 engineers who were involved in that project at the time, Mo Shake and Avery Ching, continued to believe in this project and decided to work on it and create something better. Aptos, a layer 1 proof-of-stake blockchain that claims that it has fixed the main difficulties that earlier crypto networks had, such as low transaction speeds, expensive gas prices, security issues, and the lack of full decentralization. Now, what makes Aptos unique is the programming language it uses, which is very different from a lot of other projects. They use something called the Move, which was actually built by Meta as well, and Solana actually uses the same language as well, which has caused a lot of Solana developers to move over to Aptos because of the similarities, which is also another reason why people call it the Solana killer. Aptos is also backed by the biggest people in the crypto space. They secured $200 million in funding from investors including Anderson Horowitz, Multicoin Capital, Binance Lab, and plenty of others, and on top of that, an additional $150 million from a Series A funding, so they have a lot of money riding behind them. Now, yes, you can buy the Aptos' coin, which is currently trading around $3, but to go one step further, you can look into Aptos' ecosystem and try to get into one of those projects early, because yes, Aptos is relatively new, but the projects within it are much newer. Remember, you can make money just by buying the coin, but you can make a lot more by getting into the coin's ecosystem and seeing which coins have a leading relationship with the main coin and will become the main project of the ecosystem. And sometimes these projects can outperform the parent coin as well, such as what happened with PancakeSwap and Binance, or what happened with Trader Joe coin and Avalanche. Now, a couple projects I'm looking into within the Aptos' ecosystem is Pontum Network and LiquidSwap, Tortuga, Ditto, Superposition, Tsunami, and Aries. Now, I'm not going to go too in-depth into these projects because that would just take so long, so if you guys are interested in any of this, I suggest doing more research on the Aptos' ecosystem and seeing which coins you resonate with the most. Now, although the Aptos' blockchain is still very new and probably will face a lot more challenges in the future, I think this coin and ecosystem has a lot of potential and a very bright future. Alright, if we look at the price action for Aptos, currently it's ranked number 72 on CoinMarketCap, which is insane for only being out for a couple months by now. Market cap 420 million, volume 94 million, which is a lot higher than XTC Network as we saw earlier. It's down 15% on the week. If we look at the chart, we can see that it's down significantly over the past couple days. If you guys had Lux Algo, or if you guys were trading, you clearly made some decent profits off this indicator over here. If we head over to, or if we go over here, we can see the all-time high. The all-time high, like I said, this coin just released a couple months ago, so the all-time high is only like $10, and we've been down a lot over the past couple weeks. If you ask for my honest opinion, I still think $3.23 is a little overpriced. I know that's under you can say market value, because they had a $4 billion valuation as of September 15th, and with the total supply of 1 billion, that comes out to a price point around $4. So we can see that a lot of people that invested, private equity firms or these other funding people like Binance Lab, they probably got in between $1 to $4. So getting in now kind of feels like you got in at these pre-IPO or pre-ICO levels, which is not bad. But the thing is, the people that got into this coin pre-ICO or before it actually launched, there's actually a vesting period before they can sell their tokens. So they have to wait 1 year before they sell their tokens, and they have to wait another 3 years to get those tokens back. So technically, you getting in now is actually a better deal than what these other investors were able to get in at. But again, the true potential of Aptos is not in its price. Yes, you can make some good money, and because we technically didn't even see a bull run of this coin because it was only released a couple months ago, I'm sure we can make this coin will go to crazy levels when we see the next bull run. But in order to see really crazy levels is when we start looking at its ecosystem with these tokens over here that we see real potential, and the key is to find one of these that are going to be the true, you can say, hidden gem for Aptos, such as like how we had PancakeSwap for Binance. But I do think this coin has solid potential to go up against giants like Ethereum and Solana. There's just so much funding and money behind it that I think it can go that far. Only time can tell. But like I said, just really look into this ecosystem. I think this ecosystem will be really big, and you can make a lot of money if you can find a hidden gem. And finally, the last coin on this list is Arweave. Now, Arweave solves a very unique problem that we don't really even consider a problem in our everyday lives, but it kind of is, and that is data loss. Let me explain. Data is lost every second on the internet in numbers that we can't even fathom, and the reason is because what they call broken links, which means exactly what the word says, a link that is broken. Links are generally the only way for us to find information, and when a link is broken, the associated website that comes with it is then transferred over to the dark web and is no longer accessible through any search engine. And because of that, all the materials on the website are also in danger of being permanently destroyed, and that's what Arweave is looking to fix. Arweave connects users in need of storage with others who have additional computer or storage space. Now, doing this, it enables long-term sustainable data storage, which can enable anyone to store data permanently without having to incur any data loss. And the best part is Arweave pays people in their native token to provide additional storage on their devices. Now, with me saying this, I'm sure it kind of makes you wonder, wait, there's another coin like this already out there. And you're right, and that is Filecoin. But the thing is, Arweave has a few distinct features, such as all the data stored on Arweave is stored forever, and not only that, but you only need to pay once in order to store the data. For example, other storage cryptos like Filecoin only stores data as long as you're paying for the computers connected to its network. So the second you stop paying, you lose access to your data. Also, another reason why I'm really bullish on Arweave is because Solana stores all of its data on Arweave, which creates a really strong demand for Arweave's token. Because Solana is huge, so just imagine all the data that it has. So the more Solana that is being used, the more demand there will be for AR's token. Remember, the key I always say to making money as crypto is seeing how you can capitalize on the growth of a coin in other ways. For example, yes, you can get into Solana and capitalize off the price increase there, but what if you got into Arweave instead, as it ties with Solana directly because Solana uses them for all their data. Now, what you're doing is giving yourself more potential because Arweave has a much lower market cap than Solana, so you have more chance of growth and price increase with Arweave. Arweave is also an up-and-coming coin that's been around for a while but isn't listed on any other major regulated exchanges like Coinbase yet. And the funny thing is Coinbase is actually backing Arweave in funding, and from what we know, Coinbase usually lists coins that they have a direct correlation with. And do I even need to say what happens to a project after it gets listed on Coinbase? Alright, and finally looking at the price action for Arweave or AR, currently the price is $6.47, ranked 106 on CoinMarketCap. If you look at its all-time high, we've gone up all the way up to $86, I think it was, close to $86. From where we're at right now, that's about like 1100%, which is insane. But remember, you cannot buy into coins thinking the coin will go back to its all-time highs, because like I talked about in my, I think, previous video, there's coins where it had its all-time high, but it never passed it in the next bull run. So it honestly just goes down to the value of the coin. Will this coin pass its all-time high? Does it have true value like that? If it doesn't, it won't pass. If it does, it will. And if we head over here to the technical analysis, the price is pretty much moving sideways. We've been moving sideways for about a month now. This is on the 4-hour chart. If we, I think, head over to the 3-hour chart, we're on a strong sell signal. We've seen some price movement down right here. But the thing that makes Arweave unique, or like really gives it potential to possibly even pass this old all-time high, is the fact that anything you do within the Arweave ecosystem, you can only do using the AR token. You cannot use any other tokens to do this, which creates a sense of scarcity for the token because you can only use AR token to do things. So it makes you buy this token, which if there's enough demand for it and a lot of people are storing stuff, it could do really well for the price and we could pass its old all-time highs. But that was it. These were my top 3 coins for the new year in the month of January 2023. Each of these coins I think has some solid potential to grow, as they are in very unique trends that I think will be very big in the future as well. Let me know what coins you guys are looking into down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss out on any other future crypto videos. Remember, none of this was financial advice. Please do your own research before you invest. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in next week's video. Peace.